Is in the books, and we are on our way to Petty. Welcome to episode 43 of Sports for
Three.
You Wrestling. I'm Trail. That's the right hand man, the main event himself, John.
Yeah.
John, we had a busy SummerSlam weekend,
Mm-hmm.
full of surprises, full of shockers, and two OGs who literally gave us 5-star classic matches that we didn't think they could.
Amen.
And we got a few cash in surprises and a return of one of the now supposed controversial figures, but we get into that. But speaking of controversial figures, we got a special guest here today, man.
Yes, we do.
He's one of the greatest exports coming out of Canada. That's not Shania Twain, Celine Dion, Drake,
Bieber.
Justin. I mean, he blows these guys out of the water. I mean, he is king of Mapletown. If you ever want to try a delicatessen known as the Beaver Tail, look our guy up. He'll get you there quick, fast, and in a hurry. And that is the King Maple himself. Our guy Mo is back. What up, Mo?
Hey yo, or should I say, hey yo?
Hey,
Thank
yo.
you for
Hey,
there you go. Thank you for having me back on the show, guys. Love what you do here. And Trell, you call yourself the OTC. I'm going to call myself the CTC, Canadian Tribal Chief. We'll just put one.
there you go.
We
There
put syrup and squirt one in the air. That's what we do.
Hey, yo.
Hey, he is the Maple
Well, those
OTC.
over and under.
Hey man, we always love to see more tribal chiefs out there, one chief at a time. But we got a lot to talk about today, fellas. SummerSlam came and gone, and it was an event to remember, so to speak. So let's start with Saturday's card, man.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna take the least ones out all the way to the best. So first and foremost, the one that pretty much caused a stir within the community, and that is Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton. Of course, Tiffany Stratton got the dub, which pretty much set half of the IWC on fire for some reason. I mean, what are you guys' thoughts on this match? Did the WWE make the right decision in having Tiffany Stratton retain? Mo, I will start with you.
I think they should have gone with a different direction. Tiffany's done well. Young blood that's got the title, but I thought it was time for a change. I thought there was going to be a title change, but clearly Triple H disagreed.
So you thought Jay was ready for the shot?
She's been ready. She's been ready since she's come back from that supposed hit and run or getting jumped from behind, whatever that storyline was. She's been ready, and I just thought it was her time, but I guess not.
Yeah, I always thought that she's almost there, but I think it's a lot that factors in if a superstar is ready, not just how they look. But I get into that in a bit. John, what are your thoughts on that match and the booking decision on having Jay take another L?
I honestly thought that was one of Jay's best matches, single wise. Look, I picked Jay to win. I'm not upset that she lost, and I know a lot of people are. She still got some shades where she still looks green, Mo. Even like when she hit, I think it was, did she hit a Jaded or something? And then when she pulled Tiffany back, and her foot, was her boot on the rope or something? If I'm not mistaken, like kind of like similar to what happened with Asuka at Night of Champions.
Yeah, she put the foot back on the rope.
Yeah, look, there's some things she's got to some nuts and bolts she got to tighten up. I think she's almost there. I think a certain member of All Nations is going to come back this Friday. And I think she's the one that ends Tiffy time. And I think we reopen this chapter of who took out Jade between these two former tag team championship partners. But it didn't bother me that bad that Jade didn't win. I think long play, and she's better off. I think when she wins, it's better off her as a heel than as a face.
Yeah, because she does need a character change because they tried to push her as a baby face, and it has its ups and downs as far as pushback because when we've had guests on this show that said themselves that little black girls are not looking up to Jade. They don't even like Jade. So that takes also something in consideration because she gives off that heel vibe, just like Tiffany Stratton, just like Blake Monroe. When you have that, when you're good at being heel, you gotta let that flow first.
I agree.
So, but do y'all believe that Jade Cargill is being buried?
No.
No.
Not
yet. Not yet, at least.
Not yet. No. No way there. The Rocket is there. I mean, go listen to what Triple H said about her during the post show. She said she's like been back, and when she's in Gorilla, she's like a ticking time bomb. She's just ready. It's almost there, but she's not. But he said just so we'll see where she goes from here. But it's coming. It's just not. It's just Saturday wasn't the night. And understand, King and Queen of the Ring does not entitle you to being a world champ. I get because last year it happened with Gunther and Nia Jax, so we kind of figured it was going to. But Cody won, she didn't. Now next year, maybe the Queen of the Ring gets the belt, and the King of the Ring don't get the belt. We've had that in the past. Owen Hart Mo can tell you, test this, being a Canadian. Owen Hart won the King of the Ring in '94, but he lost to Brett in one of my obviously my favorite match in SummerSlam history, the steel cage match. So it's not a guarantee. It's the same thing like Money in the Bank. This was not Money in the Bank. And I think that's what everyone is looking at the Queen of the Ring tournament as. This is like Money in the Bank Junior. It's not that.
Yeah, I like that Money in the Bank Junior.
Do you guys think they're waiting to turn her heel before they give her the strap?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think whatever happens with Bianca, they might flip this and have her go heel on Bianca, especially if Bianca winds up getting a championship match against Tiffany Stratton. Because right now Tiffany doesn't have an opponent for Paris, and Paris is a few weeks from now. So Jade already lost. She's gonna go to the back of the line, so to speak. Bianca's gonna come back and she's gonna challenge Tiffany. I think that's where Lena is on the money, where that's gonna save Jade off because she's gonna play the victim. Like, I'm the one that got jumped. I'm the one that got screwed out of a tag team match. Why are you getting rewarded with another title match that you lost at WrestleMania for? So, and now you come over here, you come back home, and you get another one. So, I think it's gonna work as a heel because if you try forcing her down people's throats as a babyface, it's not gonna turn out good. I mean, look what happened with John Cena. Even though John Cena was able to overcome that and become the biggest babyface almost of all time, look what happened to Roman Reigns. There was a lot of pushback on Roman Reigns before he made that call himself. So I think WWE is being careful because they want to make Jade a superstar. So I think she's been on the roster for a while, 3 years. She's been a face. Then it's time to flip it and just have her be like, you know what? If Bianca has something to do with it or not, we need this Jade. But her in-ring work is cool, but Tiffany's was slightly better. So it's like you put the title on Jade now, it's only a matter of time. People gonna start complaining about her being champion. I mean, look what they did to Jey Uso. They wanted Jey Uso to have the title. And when he got the title, what happened? People were complaining about him being a mid-level guy winning the world title.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened when he lost? The same people, oh, that's messed up. They did him injustice. Even though Jay, to his own admission, said he took his eye off the ball. He took his eye off the gas. He wasn't hungry no more. He was, like a days ago, he was letting the hype, the championship get to him instead of being in the lab and grinding. And you can't do that in a corporate world. I mean, if you get the keys to the city, you got to still want it. And that's what happened. So I think Jade will be, people got to relax. Jade will be all right. She's not going anywhere. She's in her prime. So when Bianca eventually steps down, you're going to have Jade Cargill as one of the main faces in that division. And speaking of women's division, the tag team titles.
Mm-hmm.
The Los Tejanas and Twisted Royalty of Alexa Bliss and Charlotte against the Tahanas of Roxanne and Raquel. This match was good. We thought we were gonna get a Charlotte heel turn because when Alexa damn near rocked Charlotte's jaw, I was like, well, there goes that. But
Right.
they turned it around and actually won the tag team title. So, John, how did you like the decision of putting the titles on Twisted Royalty, and what does this do for the Judgment Day?
I love it. I think you got to pay. Look, they all started at Evolution. So now it was the right stage. SummerSlam. I don't remember it's been a minute since Alexa Bliss has been on the SummerSlam stage. Obviously, Charlotte Flair coming off everything she's been through based off what you saw on Unreal. Huh?
What's up, Devin? Tribal Chief in the building.
Well, Devin, Tribal Chief. See you real soon, bro.
That's a Chicago Tribal Chief right there, Mo.
We got the Canadian Tribal Chief. We got the Chicago Tribal Chief. Shout out to Chi-Town. Boss Lady was good. Obviously the author of Sports for You Wrestling, Miss Lena Dow. Another fellow countrywoman of your Mo, a fellow countrywoman.
Oh, really?
Yes. She is a Canadian author and a damn good one at that.
Yes. So, but back to the question. Obviously, coming off Charlotte Flair, which she's been based off. I've been saying it for the last few weeks. Coming off that Players Tribune self article, what I've seen from her on Unreal. This is a different Charlotte Flair. This is actually Elizabeth Flair that we're seeing. This is who I think she probably always had it in her to be. But when you're Ric Flair's daughter, you got to show you have to show a little edge to it. So when she took that edge, she took it and she went to the top. So it was dope. As far as with the Judgment Day, obviously I don't see them going back for the tag titles probably, or they could. Maybe they might run it back in Paris. You never know. But we know clearly they're still being heavily booked, as we saw today on social media. They are going to be making a trip south of the border. Mm-hmm. So I'd love to see what's going to go down there. And obviously with the whole squad in action next Saturday night, I think they're going to be all right. Now the question is there gold in their future? Maybe Roxy's. We'll see what happens with Raquel. No, I think you can put Raquel in that. Raquel would be a good person to put in the Intercontinental title picture, but right now with Becky there, they're not going to put heel versus heel, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know who's in line for Becky, but we can get to that in a sec. But Mo, your thoughts on this version of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss winning the tag team titles?
I think it's great for the company. It's a little nostalgia that's happening. These two are big time singles wrestlers, and they come together to form this juggernaut tag team. And I think it brings prestige to the tag team division. Whereas, no disrespect to Roxanne and what's the tall Chiquita's name again?
Raquel,
yeah. And no disrespect to them, but when they had the titles, it's not Liv, so it was like meh. I understand there's probably a storyline in between there with the jealousy angle when Liv comes back, but they don't need the tag titles for that. So it was great. It was great to have the straps on them, and I'm just as curious as you guys. Like, who are they going to defend the titles in Paris? Because that's the $1 million question.
Yeah, because I don't think it's gonna be the Judgment Day because they already lost their rematch on this past Monday. There's a good chance there probably won't be a match for them on Paris. Knowing WWE, it might be on Raw, it might be on SmackDown, because I'm pretty sure SmackDown is going to be in Paris. So they might have a championship match there. Because right now I don't see any challengers to step up for them. Maybe the Kabuki Warriors. We might want to keep an eye on them because they've been acting kind of funny lately. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I don't see I mean, they still got to go to NXT also because there's only one tag team titles and it goes to all three brands. So we'll see. And as far as the Judgment Day, yeah, they're going to be involved in a 6-man tag in Triple Mania as Finn and Lord Farquaad, aka JD McDonough. Are they tagging with Roxanne or are they tagging with Raquel?
It's Raquel.
Okay, so those guys are going to take on Iguana, Lola Vias, and their tag team partner. I can't remember his name at the moment.
Nino Hamburguesa.
Oh, the Hamburglar. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Exactly.
All right, so that's I'm looking forward to that, and we are in talks of trying to do a live watch along for that. So stay tuned for that announcement. I still gotta go over with the special counsel to see what if there are any plans to do that. So stay tuned for that. But that's gonna be a fun match. The Judgment Day is gonna be busy because all of them are going to be there in Mexico. As Dom also goes for the Triple A championship, which the man has a chance of pulling off the unexpected. So I'm actually
Daddy never did. I can't remember. Did his dad ever? His dad probably did with it, but I can't even remember. Never. Wow.
Not the heavyweight. Man, that man's too small.
I know they're saying this is the mega championship. So
that's basically their world heavyweight championship, their WWE title.
So this definitely.
Yeah, Big Show takes bigger dumps than Rey Mysterio. So yeah, you're right.
He was younger than Dominic when he was down there in AAA.
Well, we saw what at Rey's Hall of Fame speech. He tried to sneak him in when he was 16. He didn't have much to work with.
Yeah, but that is true. Let's see who's next on this item up for bids here. The tag team match we didn't think some people didn't want, but it actually turned out to be pretty good. Mm-hmm. RK Roll of Randy Orton, Jelly Roll, or was it RK Jelly? There you go. Team RK Jelly versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. First and foremost, shout out to Jelly Roll for taking that insane spot from Logan Paul when he's wearing those meta glasses. I mean,
dude,
like he set himself up. He knew he was going to take that. And man, he, as Negan would say, took it like a champ. Mm-hmm. Mo, what are your thoughts on Jelly Roll's performance? Did he do good? I mean, obviously he didn't surpass Bad Bunny, Logan Paul, and all that. But as far as he goes, how do you think he did, man?
He was pretty entertaining. Even the build-up for the match, before I went on SmackDown, he was pretty entertaining. I didn't think he would be. And, I mean, he lost a lot of weight, too. So can he really call himself Jelly Roll anymore? It didn't feel like he was rolling around much. But he moved. He was great. He was charismatic. He was entertaining. Like you said, he took that big splash from Logan Paul, which I was shocked. Like, damn, that might have been one of the highlights of the night of the pay-per-view. But no, it was entertaining. It was a good, fun match. I think sometimes you need those type of matches to build you up to the main event, and that was definitely a fun match.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm looking at this match, and I'm like, they're actually going to have Jelly Roll get a hot tag.
That was fun.
I was like, this man's getting a hot tag, and he did all right for himself. I mean, for him being an entertainer, that that black hole slam that he did, that was pretty cool. I mean, he's perfecting that every single time, and he's open to doing something again down the road. So it's like every celebrity that's came and gone in the Triple H era has exceeded expectations that we have of them, whether it was bad. It all started with Bad Bunny. Well, technically it started with Pat McAfee. The performance he put on at NXT with Adam Cole, that's forever underrated. And then Bad Bunny coming in and raising the bar even higher. Then Logan Paul comes in here, does what he does. And then you have Jelly Roll coming here and he did what it's like, as long as people come in and do the work and do the training, This is what you get. So shout out to
Black,
Black Guy Wrestling.
yeah, shout out to the boys.
But John, what do you think of Jelly Roll?
Look, he showed he can take a bump, and I think that's the set to be pretty much a walking crash test dummy in a spot like that. I give him more props. I like that.
Talofa Marty. Talofa.
So that's to a guy Marty McFlyer than you, Susio boys in the building. But it was dope to see Jelly Roll take these bumps. But I like the way the result ended because obviously the only way you have this match win is unless Randy pretty much was like the one man gang and he's RKOing everybody on site. So he took the bump. He showed that he could take a hit, and we'll just leave it at that. And I don't know what else. I mean, I know they say probably gonna do some more stuff with him in the future, but let's just pause on that. But he did enough where it didn't look like he was incompetent, and he actually looked like he really did take it serious.
Yeah, he actually surpassed Travis Scott, which is not too hard to do, but hey, you got to give the man his flowers. So no, kudos to Jelly Roll.
Yeah, he didn't embarrass himself. He didn't embarrass the company. He didn't embarrass the square circle. He made that shit believable. The promos, like Mo said, the promos he was doing in the build up to this match, it was like, well, all right, you know.
And then obviously the spot that they pulled the old school Andy Kaufman type bit with on Kimmel. So
yep. And then the whole invading the gym as well. So it's for him to be a celebrity, he did a damn good job, and also he has voiced interest in redoing Randy Orton's theme song. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I've heard the man sing. I heard the man hit high notes. I think he can match it. Mo, what you think? You think General can get it done as far as redoing Randy Orton's song?
Does he hear voices?
She probably does.
Well, in that case, yeah, I think I think he's good then.
Yeah, as long as the man is the hell Tig just say? But anyway, as long as the man can hit the high notes, it's cool. John, what do we think about Jelly Roll? I mean, can he do it? I think he could.
Well, long as Randy's cool with it, I'm cool with it. But yeah, he could probably pull it off. Long as Randy's in the booth with them, and gets the final approval, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Make sure the Viper hears it first.
Speaking of booth, quick shout out to Cardi B for showing up on night one on Saturday. She did her thing. We was all expecting her to get down, but I think she probably realized she ain't got that kind of time to be in training when she got all this stuff going. So, and which is a professional, when you realize your schedule is going to be too heavy to do this stuff. She only did one night. She wasn't there Sunday, but she's back on Twitter with these girls again. So something tells me this ain't the last time we've seen Cardi B in WWE.
I agree.
So, but shout out to her for her wrestling mind is very underrated, because they look at this woman, they see like a ditzy person, which she's really not. And her wrestling IQ is very high. She was listing like her all-time favorite wrestlers. When she was in the back with Randy Orton and Logan Paul, she immediately was like, wait, are you guys allowed to be on camera? Because her entourage was filming, and she had the wherewithal to be like, hey, this is cool. So her, like I said, her IQ is pretty good. So I got to give her respect on that. So shout out to Cardi B, and people who were making fun of her is like, come on, she's all guest hosts. That's what they do. They say welcome to whatever. So just because she got a heavy accent, she is Caribbean. So let her be.
People stand up.
Yep. Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross.
Oh boy.
The match obviously cooked, and it cooked good. I mean, this time, Sami Zayn didn't get piped down with a black pipe.
God, if I hear that one more time.
Scarlett wanted Sami Zayn to pipe down her husband, and he still refused. So it looks like this beef that they have with each other is pretty much done because Sami Zayn looked at Karrion Kross and said, "This is done, roll with." Um, and yet we still don't know Karrion Kross's contract situation. So Matt, what do you guys think? Do you think this was Karrion Kross's last match in WWE, or are they setting up for a possible face turn for the Harbinger of Doom? Oh,
It's tough because and the guy who runs AEW said he doesn't want any more WWE stars. So yeah, well, he's an idiot anyways.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
No, when you own the Jaguars, you can't be that smart. So I'm just but like going back to the question, it's hard. It's hard to say because I feel like he's on his way out because they've had so many opportunities to use both him and Scarlett, and they've just wasted the potential. They've wasted storyline after storyline. They've had him carry all these wrestlers that really have no business being with them. So I want to say that he might be done for now, and I hope I'm wrong, but yeah, I can't see him coming back unless he's promised a bigger role because that's what he deserves. Like I think he needs to put some gold around his waist. Like what about the IC title picture?
Something.
But I think for right now, I think they might be done in the WWE.
Sheesh, and to face point, that contract is up on Saturday. So it remains to be seen. We see Karrion Kross on Monday or in Paris or wherever, because the final hour is coming and we're a few days away from Saturday, basically 48 hours away from Saturday, or 72 hours, excuse me, away from Saturday. So hopefully this deal gets done because the man was top 5 in sales. He gets a huge pop every time he comes out. So hopefully they keep him off TV, have him come back as a face and see how that goes. Because pay that man, because
pay that man his money.
He's everything you want in a superstar. He checks all the boxes. He has the fan support. He has the merch. He can work on the mic. The man can wrestle. His wife is the same thing. She's a great manager type for him. So that whole thing it fits perfectly. But John, what do you think about that match?
Cool match. I was glad to see Kross get on the SummerSlam stage. I know this just seemed like I'm going to be positive because I know it's not looking good right now if him and Scarlett are coming back. But when I heard Paul Heyman today on Ariel Helwani's show talk about Karrion Kross, I was like, ooh, that don't. I mean, he pretty much said I'm paraphrasing. He compared what's happening with Kross was what happened with Austin at the birth of the 316 era. Mm-hmm. He's not saying he's Stone Cold Steve Austin, but when it got hot, they knew it was the right time to pull the trigger. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what Paul Heyman is saying. I think they're knowing that they're getting close, so they're just waiting. And I think we'll see. But even if he doesn't come back to WWE, I mean, I just think about the other two places where he made his claim to fame, and they're both partners of the company.
Yeah, that's true. Because he always said that he's never going to quit. He's going to stay there until he's no longer needed. So he's not going to walk away from WWE. He's going to be up to WWE. They're going to give him that phone call and be like, thanks, but no thanks, which I find that hard to believe that that's going to be the case because the man's, I mean, it's almost like an R-Truth situation, but R-Truth didn't sell merch like that. And people didn't lash out until R-Truth was actually gone, and then people decide to care. This one is everyone's pushing him, calling out, crying out, sending posts, chants, and every post show, we won't cross. So the merch top 5 in sales. I think at one point he was like number 1 in sales. So for him to let him, I refuse to believe they're gonna let that man walk.
Maybe, yeah.
I
But
refuse to believe it.
Didn't you said you dropped R-Truth? Didn't Little Jimmy merch? Didn't that sell well?
Anything Little Jimmy sells well.
Yeah, but when you outsell your world heavyweight champion and your WWE champion, that and one of them was like the top baby face of the company, which is Cody Rhodes, and then you had Jey Uso and the momentum he was on. LA Knights, another top 5 merch seller. When you sell more than them organically, and you're barely on TV, that speaks a whole. All right, John, better be careful.
What I do? What I do? I ain't said nothing yet.
I don't know, but she's on your ass already. Wait, never mind. You know what? Nope,
Yeah,
not my business.
I bit my tongue too.
Not not my business. But yeah, so let's mosey along here to the next one, and this is getting good. The other tag team match that we all wanted and we got, and that was Jey Uso, Roman Reigns versus the tribal thief himself, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker, aka Team Braun. This match is probably one of my favorite matches of night one, because seeing the Usos together again, side by side.
Faith, you're that's wrong.
Oh,
that's wrong.
Oh,
That's wrong. First of all, I would say anything big. No, shut up. Back to you. Back to you. Let me shut up.
Sir.
I'm sorry. Shut up. Let me shut up.
Broski. You cool?
I'm good.
You all right?
I'm good. Nothing wrong with my Jimmy. Huh?
What'd you say about it? You know, I don't need to know who's Jimmy you talking about. I'm just gonna move.
I got it in a second.
I'm just gonna move it along. So Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, Jey Uso, Roman Reigns. This match banged. I mean, I thought for sure Team Braun was gonna get the win, but I'm not mad at the fact that, of course, the OTC and the right hand man got the dub. This match, I thought. It looked like Braun Breaker kind of nicked himself a little bit because he was limping to the back after the match. So hopefully he's good. Looks like based on what happened Monday, he should be all right. But John, what did you think about that match, man? How you like that match? Because that match was hella good.
Banger. Lead off. They led off the night, and it was a good night. It was a good match, and obviously, I think I was seeing you guys in the comment section while I was on my way while I was en route to get to the watch along. How I think it was either you or Drell was bringing up Roman's versatility, and clearly his versatility is putting over Bronson Reed. It's definitely putting over Braun Breaker for taking them damn spears, and obviously help and letting this moment be about Jay. And clearly that's where in sports, because we all cover sports, you have your phases when you're the superstar and then when you become a mogul. I think Roman's in mogul mode right now. And now that he's in mogul mode, it's time to make sure the squad is still eating. He did it with the bloodline, exclusively for the bloodline. Now he's doing it to pay for it for the young guys in the locker room, the Braun Breakers, the Bronson Reeds, even still with his family, with Jacob. Now with even more so with Solo. So now it was a dope match, and clearly this is far from over, especially after what happened Monday night. We thought we weren't going to see Roman for a minute, but then the City of Brotherly Love said, "Not so fast, my friend."
City of Brotherly Love's in Philly.
Yes, sir. And that is what.
That's all I got to say about Philly.
Oh, my bad. By the way, Daryl Morey, you're a liar. F you. But yeah, I think this is far from over. And I think now it makes me think: do we get Roman in Paris now?
Like I said, based on what happened on Monday, the collector got it in. Mo, what you think of that match, man? Because did you like it as well, and where'd you give it?
It was fire. It was that did that open night one?
Yep.
Yeah, great way to open night one. It was entertaining all around. You got the young guns, like you guys alluded to, going up against the vets, and they put on a show. I actually like that Jey Uso got the pin and not Roman Reigns. Thought that was actually key because they could have given it to the big dog, but let Jey have his moment as well. And then he gave him the Ulafala and it was very touching all around. Like there's stories all over, which is what you want because you want the story to continue and not just end at the end of the bell. So no, it was a great match, great way to start off SummerSlam. And yeah, it's too far from being done, but I'm curious to see what they do with the Tribal Chief, where Jey fits in this. Is there a new member coming into the Vision? That's apparently the name of the new faction, which I'm not a big fan of. I think it's really stupid, but whatever. I don't get paid. I don't get paid the big bucks, so what do I know? Yeah, right. But no, overall fantastic. I give it like a 4 out of 5, definitely on the card.
Yeah, it's crazy that Roman one let Jey get the pin, and two, he took the hit for Jey as well when he took that spear. So those like the signs that this is the same Roman Reigns that we saw when he was running roughshod over WWE for 4 years. Because that Roman Reigns wouldn't have taken that shot for Jey. He would have expected Jey to take that shot for him. And so I don't know if you guys noticed, but this year's SummerSlam marks the second time that Roman Reigns does not main event. This is the second straight SummerSlam.
Yeah, he didn't make because last year was Cody and Solo.
That this man, I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but WWE is prepping for a life without Roman Reigns.
I agree.
Like they're quietly stepping Roman Reigns down from the main event spotlight, and now they just plug him in really as a hot commodity, a special attraction now. So now it's like before, whereas when Roman Reigns is around, it's like you can tell he's not around because the show sucks. SmackDown wasn't good. There was no good storylines outside of Roman Reigns. So when Roman Reigns came back, there's your ratings. Now WWE is doing so good without Roman Reigns. You have Jey Uso, you have Gunther, you have Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. You have Seth Rollins and his crew, Braun Breaker's running roughshod, Bronson Reed stealing sneakers. All this stuff is happening, and half the time Roman Reigns is not even there. So they're finally building their stars to the point that Roman Reigns is no longer needed. So he can easily just step down whenever he gets ready to. So I think that should be pointed out that his role as far as being on top is slowly diminishing with good reason. Not that he's being buried or his sickness or anything like that. Is they're focusing on building other people. So I think that's a good deal. Just wanted to throw that in there. And then there was the main event on Saturday night. CM Punk and Gunther. And it's funny, John, because when they was in Saudi, I jokingly questioned if CM Punk and John Cena can deliver a match based on their age.
Yeah.
Boy, in MetLife in New Jersey, CM Punk was like, don't ever challenge my endurance again. Because this man went the full tilt and put on a classic with Gunther.
Sure.
Like I had no idea we was getting at CM Punk. I'm glad we did because he took the hits from Gunther, and the man won the World Heavyweight Championship. Now we're gonna discuss what happened afterwards in a bit, but before that, Mo, what did you think of this match? Did CM Punk deliver? And if you were Dave Meltzer, which I'm glad you're not, how would you rate this match?
Dave Meltzer.
Thank God. Amen. Um, no, he was fantastic. Every time I doubt CM Punk, he just blows me away and surprises me. That it was fantastic. Gunther, you got to give props to him too, because I heard he was injured, or he's got something going on with him too, but he held his own.
He got surgery on his nose or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, like they both went blow to blow. It was great. As soon as Punk won, it sucked because you're like, okay, you let him have his flowers, but you knew when Seth Rollins' music hit.
It's almost like Nike counseled Air Jordans forever, and the man was having a mental breakdown. That's how. That's how.
Like, no, man, no.
That was kind of like homegirl from Do the Right Thing when everybody was burning up the shops and stuff, and she was that's how John was feeling that day. But like I was saying, we knew it was happening, but the story was so damn good that it's like I didn't even care. I was still shocked. I was like, God damn it, this asshole is going. No yeet walking clown emoji. Well, that walking clown emoji is now your world heavyweight champion.
That ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, keep speaking into existence if you want.
We told you. I told you that man's gonna wind up winning the World Heavyweight Championship. Either he's gonna win it off of Jay or he's gonna win it off of Punk. Either way, that thing was getting cashed in, and whoever was champion was not surviving the summer. But that cash in was the fact that this man told his daughter that it was a fake injury, and his daughter went to school and was like, "Oh yeah, my daddy had a fake injury." Imagine if someone in there was a wrestling fan; they could have easily leaked that out. Because we was on a fence on whether or not he was injured, or if he's not injured, he was working us. I mean, he was a little bit injured, but he was working it like he was more injured than what he really is. So I'm glad no one leaked that out from that daughter's school saying, he's not hurt. Because Becky Lynch even said that she was pissed. She had to lie to her friends and family and say that man was hurt.
Let me give you another story. So I'm watching Good Morning Football, as I do every morning. Kyle Brandt was telling a story. The producer of Good Morning Football goes to the same gym as Seth. And everyone was assuming, because they're going off everything Seth said on Rich Eisen's show. So he was going to bring him in because, sometimes Seth, he comes on Good Morning Football as a guest football analyst, and he's gonna have him come on during they're getting ready for training camp. Kill some time before you can go back, before you're clear to go back in the ring. Come by, be a extra panelist on Good Morning Football. Boy, he was like, man, it was like, yeah. Only to find out, man, this was all a total work.
He's like, Seth, what you doing with them barbells? Oh, nothing, just training. Thought you was hurt. You did, huh?
Very much.
But Mo, what did you how did you feel when Seth did that cash in? I mean, I'm pretty sure you knew it too, but how good was that story to you?
It was amazing. Even though I knew it was coming, I was on the edge of my seat, just waiting for it. I was waiting for it, for the crutches to drop, for the knee brace to get pulled off, and for him to hit the ring, and it was fun. That's the main thing. It was fun. Even though you knew it was coming, it was still a lot of fun to watch, and see CM Punk go from top to bottom real quick.
True. I mean, pause, but true.
Much.
But yeah,
pause.
Yeah, and that's how Saturday night ended, and we were like, me and Drell were the first one that said this was better than WrestleMania.
Clearly.
I mean, the whole card itself was good. I mean, the Jade Tiffany one, it was a hit and miss, but that whole card was good. And to end the night with Seth cashing in and doing the signature title spin that he did when he did the Heist of the Century, it's a full circle moment, and everyone's wondering like, where's Jay? Jay was getting liquored up. That's call it for what it is. He was on a tour bus getting his drink on. Roman Reigns, he probably was drinking, but at the same time,
Yeet.
he's gonna be the last person that's gonna help CM Punk. So that's where they were, because you can tell by the press conference that Jay was, again, he was yeeted, so to speak.
Speaking of
But
that,
Did you say he
that's
yeeted
what
or
was
he
on
was
the way. I
yeeted?
was saying on Monday,
he was yeeted.
pretty much. Because I see pictures of him and Method Man. So
Hey man, shout out to him and Meth.
so you know what was going on there. He's hanging out with the cow.
Yep, he's hanging out with Wu Tang, because I'm pretty sure he met Wu Tang. I'm pretty sure Wu Tang was there. Sunday is what I like to call Championship Sunday, because every title was on the line for this match. And I'm just going to go ahead and get it out the way with the first match, and that is AJ Styles, Dominic Mysterio. Listen, Dominic Mysterio. Once that match was over, I'm like, this man's going to Paris as a double champ. I'm like, he's came a long way since the days of the Power Ranger outfits. Now that's a grown ass man as an Intercontinental Championship, handling his business like a luchador should. Him and AJ put on a great match, a very very awesome match. I'll give that match at least a 4 out of 5. And for him, the way he won that match, he won it a la Eddie Guerrero at WrestleMania 21 in Hollywood. When Eddie unzipped his shoe, Kurt Angle fell for it, going for an ankle lock. He faked him out, and he got the pin after he hit him with the boot. And I'm like, that's classic Eddie. I think they really need to do a paternity test again, because he's more Eddie Guerrero than he is Rey Mysterio. Because I noticed.
Well, you saw what Rey Mysterio said, right?
Yeah, like he wished Eddie Guerrero won that match. But it's like when he tries to wrestle like Ray, it's like, this dude sucks. When he wrestles like Eddie, it's like, now this is the Dominic Mysterio that's here. So just again, stay away from Roman Reigns. Mo, what did you think of pretty much Dominic Mysterio's performance and his chances at Triple Mania?
Give this man a Pulitzer. It reminded me, like, I loved how everything was Eddie Guerrero themed esque. The lowrider, from the boot to the AJ putting the chair over top of him. Oh man, it just brought me back to when I was a kid and watching Eddie lie, cheat, and steal. Like it was a great match, entertaining. Both wrestlers are fantastic. Dom has come a long way. It's crazy to see. I mean, he had no business when he started, and now you can't wait to see him on the screen. And I can't wait for him to branch on his own too. And he's fantastic, and he's a great, worthy Intercontinental champion.
Yeah, and he's a 20-year vet. I mean, the more I hear it, the less stupid it sounds, and the more it's starting to make sense. That kid is a 20-year vet, and for him with that chair spot, and then AJ thinking on his feet, put the chair around his neck, and he laid there twitching his leg like he got hit. I'm like, this match had me dying. I mean, the dynamic between AJ Styles and Dominic, from the build up to the match itself, with AJ coming out in the lowrider with Eddie Guerrero style themed tights with the flames and all that stuff, doing the Eddie Guerrero shake. It I loved it. This like I said, this dynamic is not over between those two. AJ himself said this isn't over. He's forever coming for the Intercontinental Championship as long as Dominic Mysterio holds it. So they're gonna run it back sooner rather than later. And This is gonna be good. John, what do you think about AD Jr.?
Look, man. I know I should just be a straight hater right now, just for the entertainment value of the show. But I'm not gonna take anything away from this kid, man. This dude is doing his thing. He's learned. He's came a long way, and clearly they're putting the rocket is semi on him, and eventually he's gonna go take it to the moon and back. Relax. Dope match. I would like to see him running back again. Be honest. Because I think they was both. I think it was a masterclass of generations, styles, obviously, and everything from lying, cheating, and stealing to vintage AJ Styles to Dom being as dirty as he want to be. So now, run it back one more time. Pause. Pause. Sorry, saw a Dennis Rodman commercial before the show.
Hey, yo, that doesn't make it any better. What you doing watching Dennis Rodman?
They're promoting the new Bulls jerseys from the '96 season, and I don't know why they chose Rodman to be the one to promote them, but that's a whole nother conversation. But Dom did his thing, and as far as him going into AAA Mania next Saturday, I can't wait to see him and Vikingo in the ring together. Look, Dragon Lee is going to kill. El Grande and Mary Kaiser is going to do his thing,
and associates.
Yeah, and Pete Americano and Ilya Americano or whoever the other two.
That better not be Ilya Dragunov. I swear to God, I will go off on WWE if they got Ilya Dragunov being one of the Americanos. I swear on my mama, they better not have Ilya Dragunov.
Well, I don't know. I'm just guessing, but I think I saw somebody. But I think we all know one of them is Pete Dunne. The other one, we all know Kaiser. But I think it's going to be dope seeing when him.
Ooh, Tyler Bate. Was the other one supposed to be Tyler Bate?
That's what it was. That's what it was. It wasn't Ilya. It was Tyler Bate. Obviously, him and Pete Dunne had that tag team together. But I want to see him and Vikingo center of the ring, mano a mano, and just go ahead and put on a lucha fest of wrestling.
Oh, I'm about to say, I'm glad you finished that.
I was gonna say,
I do think Dom's gonna win. And I do think Dom's gonna win.
You heard it first. John Watson has Dominic Mysterio winning the AAA Mega Championship.
However, I don't think he pins Vikingo. I think they want to build. I think we're gonna get him and Vikingo 1-on-1 eventually.
So you think he's gonna?
I think it's probably gonna be a Grande Americano or Dragon Lee, but I think I'll be shocked if he does pin Vikingo. More power to him. That shows you how much they feel about him. The pin the biggest star in the company, but I would want to see. I would want to be like either Dragon Lee or El Grande Americano, so we can get Vikingo and Dom 1-on-1 on WWE television.
I agree. And if Lena said if Dom becomes double champ, Vanessa was gonna party, but we all know what happens if Vanessa parties too hard. It's gonna wind up in one of these situations here. So
yeah, you end up just like Solo. Bail me out, CCN.
S4UWrestling does not help bail money for lewd actions caused by La Madrina on behalf of herself. So
pause, Nessa.
Woo.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But moving on to let's get that BS out the way. Oh yeah, okay. She got bail money for her. That's cool. She did start that grant just in case somebody needed it. So yeah, she definitely gonna need it. So moving on to the steel cage match for the Bloodline Championship. and that was Solo versus Jacob Fatu. This match to me was
underwhelming. Underwhelming.
it was definitely a lackluster match, basically with the build up. And you think when the bloodline gets together, shit pops off. And there was no Tamatonga. The rest of Death Row pulled up, tried to lend a helping hand, only for Jacob Fatu to lose with Solo being able to exit the cage door, which I'm glad JC Ventura was not watching this match.
Golly.
Um,
Golly.
but Mo, would your personal opinion on this match? With pretty much Jacob destroying the MFTs after the match instead of during the match, but Solo retains. Your thoughts, sir?
It was absolute ass. This match was terrible. It might have been the worst on the card. The storyline seems like it's going nowhere. Like if the best part is after the match, you know you've done something wrong. And for him, that leap off the cage was pretty cool. But other than that, I'm bored. I could care less. They need to do something else with this. I was disappointed because I thought locking these two Samoans in a cage, all hell is going to break loose, but it was the complete opposite.
Yeah. I
It wasn't a slobber knocker at all.
No, it wasn't. And that's how I was telling John on Sunday. I'm like, this match was a little lackluster to me. John, how'd you feel about this match?
I said it just now. It was underwhelming. It was the worst match of the night, sadly. And I was thinking this was going to be the match that cooked the most outside the TLC match. Because I just think you get these two in a cell and just whoop ass. And that didn't happen. And I was listening, I was watching Homer Roses before the show, and I'm thinking, they protected Solo a little too much. We knew Solo was going to win this match because Jacob doesn't need a title no more. We know he's got next. He's on that pantheon to be one of the next faces of the company. But I think they protected Solo too much to the point where the match was lackluster. Obviously, only crazy spot was clearly after the match, and then Jacob breaking the handcuffs after Tonga handcuffed him to the top of the cage. But outside of that, there was really nothing. This wasn't a traditional cage match in the sense of a cage match. It could have been way, way better. But like I said, I think they just booked it to keep. They was protecting Solo because they didn't want Solo to get dog walked to a victory.
I mean, they had Solo looking pretty vicious in this match, so I don't think he would have got dog walked. I mean, you got two Samoans who can fight. You should just let them fight. Come in. If this was Roman Reigns and Jacob, all hell would have been breaking loose in that cage. So they pretty much babied the baby Uso, so to speak. But yeah, that match was. I can't believe I'm saying that was a bloodline match that was the weakest match on the card, and that's never happens. Like
never.
Even Solo's match last year was better than this.
Yeah, it was no gas. It was all brakes. That's what it was.
No, it was gas, right? Because it stunk.
It was like smelled like some bad maple.
Not where I'm from.
Touche, sir. Touche. And then this match banged, which it always bangs when these two get together. Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch. Battle of the Irish women. This match went hard. Becky was in rare form, as always. Lyra was pretty much holding her own, which I loved. BBL, Bailey, and that doesn't stand for, that's not disrespect, that's Big Booty Latina Bailey herself.
Bay Area.
Because Pamela was pamming on Sunday night, and she pulled up and cost Lyra the match. The seeds are being planted for a heel turn with Bailey because she keeps sticking her nose in business that doesn't belong to her, trying to get the Becky, and she keeps failing. Becky Lynch gets the win in a great match. And besides, where's that clip at? I always when I mention Becky, I always got to shout out, Becky.
Let the dollar make a work. Party till I die with my chin up high. Fuck 'em up, fuck 'em back.
My ears.
That's what everyone said when they heard that.
Yeah, that's how our promos is. So, but Becky got the job done thanks to Bailey. John, how did you feel about this match? Because to me, that match cooked.
Oh, it was fire, bro. It was straight fire, and I loved it. I mean, Lyra had to improvise. Obviously, they put the zip tie on her. Obviously, she was able to break out of it. She kind of improvised for most of the night, so I give her mad kudos for that. But it was a dope match and a good way to end this feud. Now Lyra can't challenge for the Intercontinental title as long as Becky has the belt. She can move on, and maybe she can fall. Maybe she can be maybe be a women's world championship contender because we need some faces to challenge Naomi while she has this title. But I think we're gonna get her and Bailey because, like you said, I think we're seizing the Bailey heel turn. Bailey hit her with that chain, and she was out like a bag of rocks. Boom, down to the ground. 1, 2, 3. But it was a good match. These women straight fought. That's how you fight. That's how you fight. And I know DQ, no count out, whatever you want to call it. They fought. And Pamela was Pamela. God bless her.
She stayed Pamela. Maple Leaf, talk to me, sir.
Yeah, they tore the house down. This was a fantastic match from start to finish. And when Bailey appeared, you knew someone was going to go down. You knew a royal screw job was coming, but when and where. So it was great. I can't say anything else that John hasn't said or you haven't said. OTC. So yeah, great. I can't wait for Bailey to turn because she's a great heel. She works very well as a heel, so I can't wait for that to go down.
Ding dong.
Yeah. I want to see that ding dong segment, because and her going back to calling Michael Cole an idiot. I mean, she still does every now and then, but to really be like, "Hey, Cole, you stupid idiot."
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if she said idiot since Roxanne tried to cosplay her during their feud in NXT. That's the last time she used the idiot term. Let's get back to that, Bailey. Straight Bay Area, gray area grit.
Yeah, I agree. But that match pretty much cooked, and basically, we get to what's next for Becky Lynch, because there's gonna be a lot of eye twitching once we get to that.
Oh boy!
Once we get to that subject, but
you want to see a dead body?
Yes. Speaking, perfect segue, young Jonathan. Perfect segue to a dead body, because we saw a dead body on Sunday night.
Oh boy, did we!
In the TLC match for the tag team titles, you had Rey Fenix and Andrade, Fraxium, the Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns, and DIY were all fighting to take the championship away from the White Six. And as expected, this match was total chaos. It was hard to keep up with everyone. Thankfully, they wasn't all over the place as far as in the crowd. They was all in the ring, hitting their spots. But the spot I will forever remember was Candice LeRae.
Moment of silence.
I thought she broke her arm the way she landed. But she was fine. But that was a nastier spot than Chelsea Green falling off of a ladder, I think, last year. This was even nastier because she went through a ladder. Not a table, a ladder. I mean, we thought she would stayed on that floor the entire rest of the pay-per-view, because we kept cracking jokes like, don't trip over Candice. And we was all like, how did Lyra get them handcuffs off? Like, oh, Candice must have helped her from under the ring. It was like, I literally thought Candice LeRae was in trouble. all of the YS6 got involved. Uncle Howdy had a nasty spot, that was beautiful. All for basically the YS6 to win, and they did win their match. And at the end of that match in the post show, the Street Profits got interviewed, and it looks like they may be finally pulling that trigger on having the Street Profits going the other direction. And I swear to God, I bet not hear anyone complaining because they wanted Montez to go solo for a hot minute. We're finally going to get it, and it's going to suck because we love the Street Profits, but eventually this split has to happen. But that's a different topic for another day. Mo, your thoughts on that carnage of a TLC making its return to SummerSlam after 20 years?
You knew it was coming. You knew the chaos was coming. When they signed, sealed, and delivered this match, you knew all hell was going to break loose. It did in fine form. That fall, I actually thought she was not dead, but like knocked out. But for real, like just the way she went right through the ladder, I couldn't believe it. I had to do a double. I had to rewind on Netflix and just make sure I saw what I saw. I was at a loss for words, but it was a great match. All the participants, they did their job. There was a little bit of everything. What more can you ask for a TLC match? You knew the carnage was coming. So this was a great match, needed for SummerSlam, and speedy recovery. That's all I gotta say.
Did you have the Y6 winning this match, or did you hope for another team to take the titles?
I thought they were going to go in a different direction. I thought maybe the Street Profits might have gotten one more run, or the Motor City Machine Guns, because since they entered the WWE after they lost the titles, they haven't done anything. They've been in these little storylines with the tag division, but they were supposed to be the next big hot thing, and they're in the mid card. Really, they're in limbo. So I thought maybe they'd get another run, but hey, they might have something bigger in the future with the Wyatt Six. So I guess that's why they went with them.
Yeah, I would love to see who's gonna be that team to stop them. John, your thoughts on the legendary TLC match with, by the way, both the Hardys and the Dudleys were in attendance.
Moment of silence.
Which was cool. Yeah, which was cool.
Moment of silence for the life and memory of one Candice LeRae Gargano.
Bing! Bing!
All right, now we back. That match was fire. 25-year anniversary to the first TLC match. You said it. Hardys and Dudleys were there. Obviously, another team would have been there, but obviously they're contractually obligated to be someplace else. But every spot in there was crazy. Obviously, we focused on the Candice spot, but then DIY going through the tables. You had Ray Phoenix hitting the Spanish fly through the table. All the spots the Wyatts went through. Man, it was just crazy. It was crazy. Dope match. Me, it was like one of my favorite matches of the night. But man, he could have opened up with that, or you could have opened up with the women's triple threat. It wouldn't have mattered. But the fact that them two went back to back, whew, Lord have mercy. But it was dope. Wyatts, I predicted was going to win. But yeah, I think we're after hearing the Street Profits in that post show. Tick freaking talk. It's happening, and I don't want to hear nobody complaining. It's time. I love the Profits, but it's time.
Yeah. Tez has proven time and time again he's ready for a solo career. Dawkins is just going to have to find himself, sink or swim or whatever, figure it out. Because during the pandemic era, the moment Tez and Roman Reigns had that match, that was a showcase of how Tez was like, all right, watch out for this guy. Because he went toe-to-toe with the guy and did a hell of a job in that match. So ever since then, I was like, it was only a matter of time this man was going to go solo. WWE Championship material, crawl before a walk, give him a mid-card title first and see how that goes. Give
You
him the
know,
U.S. Championship.
Elimination Chamber, how you killed.
Height. Yup. Gave his wife a heart attack on that move he did off the pod. Not being like a Negro Spider-Man when he flew off
Yeah,
from the top of the cage.
yeah.
It was the man is very talented. The jumping over the corner buckle every time that's very underrated. So that his time is coming. And like I said, I would love to see which team is gonna knock out the white stick because it doesn't look like they're stopping anytime soon, and they're not done. Um, and now the match that I think probably stole the show outside of the TLC match, and that was for the WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes, the reigning King of the Ring winner, challenging John Cena for the WWE Championship in Cena's final appearance at a SummerSlam event.
Lou.
Dude came out. The beginning of his intro was the typical all black nothing, but when it hit the avenue, the colors were back. The Titantron was back. He was chopping it up with Stu again. He did his run to the ring. He did the "You Can't See Me" during this intro, all smiles, and I'm like, yeah, this man's not turning heel again. This what he said on SmackDown, that was personal, that was truth. This man was back. We're getting babyface John Cena. What's up, Lou? We're getting babyface John Cena for the rest of his run. Um, Again, another OG that I didn't think was gonna cook. He put on a classic 2015 John Cena match where JBL calls him Big Match John for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Cody went to war, and if you notice, it was babyface John Cena, but it was that aggressive John Cena. Like he wasn't, too goody good shoes. Don't make me do this. He was hell bent on doing it. And I knew this match was the end when Cody Rhodes gave John Cena the salute. And when he gave him that salute, I'm like, well, this was it. There was no ref getting hit, getting knocked down because we was all waiting for it to happen.
Sure
It
was.
never did. This match went for as long as it did, and Cody Rhodes beat John Cena clean. Mo, because I'm gonna get John the floor afterwards, because when it's John Cena, only John can speak on it. But Mo, your thoughts on this match?
I don't think enough words can describe how masterful this match was from the start of the bell to the end. You got John Cena giving it his all. You could tell this really meant something to him, and it was a special moment. And like you said, that salute at the end, the sign of utmost respect from Cody. And then he had to finish him off, obviously. And man, it's crazy to say that that's going to be John Cena's last SummerSlam.
It is.
And, yeah, it's quite difficult to actually think about. But a great match. Obviously, Cody Rhodes deserved to win. It's his time again. I thought maybe they would have done the double turn, and maybe Cody was going to kick him.
That's what I thought.
Right in the balls, and we're going to have the appearance of the People's Champ. Sorry, but I mean, we didn't. It was good either way. Like you couldn't really have screwed that matchup with these two iconic wrestlers, especially John Cena. So I'd say give it another 4.5 out of 5. Well done.
Yeah. Now, before we get to the aftermath of that, and before John gives his take on this, I'm gonna address this here. Now, the plan was to be committed to this heel story, but certain two key individuals who play a big role in this story were nowhere to be found. So creatively, they had it set up. We don't know how long this heel run would have went. I think it would have went the full tilt all the way to December, and he would have retired a babyface on whoever, whoever beats him. The Rock once again let us down. Travis Scott couldn't hang with whatever WWE had going on, so they had a falling out on that. We'll get to that in a bit. So it's not the creative's fault that this heel turn was lackluster. It was the people that was involved. So let's not say that they dropped the ball because they had it going. They had the team ready. They had the creative team. They had everything going. But exactly, Faith Rock never said he was coming to SummerSlam. But the simple fact of there was no explanation to his heel turn. After Elimination Chamber, we never saw The Rock again. We was expecting to see him at WrestleMania to fulfill John Cena becoming WWE champion. And what did he say? His job as final boss is done. He didn't do anything. He took John Cena's soul, and that was it. Never came back. So whether he's supposed to be at SummerSlam or not, he's the reason why that story sucked. And that's why they changed course and got babyface John Cena on SmackDown. But yeah, I just want to get that out the way. But John, your thoughts on this match before we get to the aftermath of the show?
Real quick before I do this, maybe I missed it. Did we talk about the women's world title match yet?
No, we did not.
Okay, just making sure. All right. Okay. Look, as a Cena guy, I'm used to seeing him as a face, and like I said, you pretty much said everything I would have said as regards to the heel turn.
It was a heel turn, Faith. They all called it a heel turn. John Cena called it a heel turn, and Unreal. It was a heel turn.
It was a heel turn. That's why episode 4 is called the heel turn.
It was a heel turn.
Come on now. Episode 4 is called the heel turn for a reason. But it was a good match. And look, it didn't have that much, it didn't have to do much to be better than their match at Mania. Clearly. It was a street fight. And they got as straight as it was gonna get with Cody and Cena. But as far as like how the match ended, like I said, anytime I look at the replay of Cody saluting Cena, it just gave me chills back to 2008 when Shawn Michaels had to super kick Ric Flair into retirement. Something tells me Cody was like, man, I'm really gonna have to do this to the guy, my mentor, the guy who bags outside of Randy. This guy is the only other guy who I had to carry on the road, and he did it. And I know it's a face, Cody, but let's just wait and see. Let's just wait and see, because now this is going to be a reign where he doesn't have to deal with the blood, no attachment to the bloodline. Now that's where this could go to be a better run. But I think eventually they're going to hit that switch where he might turn heel, but we just don't know when. You just got to just be waiting. But dope match. Both men showed up, and that was Cena's last SummerSlam, he went out his way, and I can't even be mad at that.
Yeah, because he delivered obviously better than his WrestleMania performance, but the man delivered. Pretty much, Cena gave Cody Rhodes the seal of approval, passing the torch. And we all knew this was it. Cody Rhodes gave him the floor, took off, and he was accepting his flowers. And then as Cody Rhodes was accepting his flowers, Jesus.
Wow, yeah. Shocked. I know what you just said, that, if there's nothing on him, he was coming hit, he was done for, and it sets up their match for whatever pay-per-view it's going to be at. But the fact that WWE had the balls to do it too,
Yeah, I actually got more to say on that, but John, your thoughts on Brock?
I was shocked. I was shocked. Completely shocked. Use your feed was ahead of mine and Mimi's. And when you was, I was like, don't say nothing. And then when I heard that siren, I was like, there's no way this is happening. And then when they showed that, when I looked at that stage, I was like, oh my God. And he looked in better shape than he did 2 years ago. And he's going to come in there and he's going to lay Cena out. And that's exactly what he did and left. I was shocked that Brock Lesnar was back. And now we can get to the whole semantics, who said what, he said, she said, blah, blah, blah. But in that moment, I was shocked. And I've been saying it, Mo. Trey will tell you. When it came to Cena's retirement tour, I've been saying that they were just gonna play the hits. Randy, Punk, Cody was a remix. You can't get Edge, unfortunately. Maybe AJ, Punk. They already did Punk. They did Punk.
They did Punk. Yep.
The only other person who you can't get outside of Dwayne is Brock Lesnar. So I knew where they were. So it didn't shock me. So we'll see where this goes and everything else. Yeah, I was shocked. Yeah, I was shocked, Bella. It's hard to believe. Hard to believe. Yes, I was shocked. Shocked.
But the internet, as Mo was talking about, went ballistic in the most negative way possible. And it's like there's that term, no face, no case. It's fact they're calling this man a sexual predator and a rapist, but there's no evidence of any source that points to this man being a sexual predator or rapist. I've read the documents because they were made public on the whole Janelle Grant thing. There's nothing in there that implements Brock Lesnar touching that female or touching any female, for that matter. And the only thing that's been mentioned about Brock Lesnar was he was in a text message with Vince McMahon talking about, whatever deal they had with, with the girl or whatever. It never happened. That whatever was supposed to happen didn't happen. So basically, Brock Lesnar is just a big ass freak. And how are you gonna judge someone for being a freak? Because I've been in a lot of group chats, and the stuff y'all be saying in these group chats, you don't want your parents to know. So how would you feel if they judged you, calling you this, and that, based off of your name being in a text message? Now, and to be called that and judged by that, and there's nothing on file, there's nothing made public by him doing anything. Because if the man was so much had a lawsuit against him, he wouldn't have been back. He was still being home in Canada waiting for court. He is not listed in any criminal matter at all. Vince McMahon himself has stated in court on a document, Brock Lesnar did no wrongdoing in this matter. So calling someone a sexual predator without any proof of, without any common knowledge or without any proof of anything makes no sense to me. It's like you're judging that. This is why the human race always fails, because we judge and act quickly without having any knowledge of what's going on. And I said it before, I always withhold my opinions until something actually comes out. So I'm not going to tell anyone what to think, how to think. Your personal feeling is your personal feeling. But labeling someone a predator, you got to have some resources to back that up. Vince McMahon, there's a whole rap sheet on why this man's a predator. John Laurinaitis, a whole rap sheet on why this man's a predator, because he worked with Vince McMahon and he did whatever Vince McMahon wanted to do. Yeah, Brock Lesnar's name only came up in a text message, and that was it. And yet, this man's supposedly a predator. I'm not defending anyone. I'm just saying, if you're going to label somebody that, get the facts first. Because men get labeled this all the time, and half the time it's BS and not even true. So we don't know what happened. We don't know if anything happened. As far as we know, nothing happened. So until then, why is everybody freaking out and we don't know what's going on? So That's my take on it. Get the facts before you start spewing out hatred like that. Calling someone a predator, calling WWE um predator enabler. It's like, come on now. If you're gonna label WWE a predator enabler, go back 5 years when Vince McMahon was in charge. Then I wouldn't say anything. But Triple H, Nick Khan, Dwayne, Ari, they're not enabling any predators. You see Alberto Del Rio in WWE? No. If they did, then I'd be like, all right, WWE has a problem because they're supporting women beaters. Which Swan? Not back in WWE. Known woman beater. So get your facts before you start calling someone a sexual predator. John?
Oof, that's boy. I'm not anti-cancel culture, and like I say, if the truth will come out, if Brock Lesnar did dirt, the truth will come out that he did dirt. I don't think he's going to be here long term. I think he does his match with Cena and he goes back in the hiatus in Canada. And like, go listen to what Paul Heyman said. Paul Heyman's going to just be right. If he's bad, stop. I mean, basically, I'm paraphrasing, but he pretty much
Basically said, get over it.
Yeah,
The man's not getting counseled. Move on.
right. He is like, so, and I think he would know Brock Lesnar better than anybody. So I don't think he's going to put his Hall of Fame reputation on the line to enable anybody. Clearly, we know what he felt about Chris Benoit.
Love the man and still said, may he rot in hell.
Yes, we know he made his opinions perfectly clear about Chris Benoit. So I want to wait till all the facts get out.
Bye, Faith. Have a good night.
Love you, Faith. Let's wait till all the facts get out. But we'll see what happens. But I think we get him and Cena at Clash of Paris. I think he pops up to one of these SmackDowns. If he don't pop up Friday, he'll be back. Maybe the two SmackDowns leading into Clash of Paris. Mm-hmm. And then I think we get him and Cena in the main event at Clash of Paris. So I don't think Cena's doing anything that isn't main eventing nothing for as regards to his retirement tour. I think every match of his is going to be a main event.
Yeah, and money. What did she say about money? Money matters and nothing else. I mean, in the corporate world, sometimes that is true, but again, when they bought AAA, they could have if money mattered, they could have easily paid Alberto Del Rio to come back. They made that clear. That man is not stepping foot back in WWE. If money truly mattered, he'll still be AAA champion, and he'll be the one at Triple Mania, probably facing Dominic Mysterio and everybody else in that match. But he's not there, and he's not going to be there. Odyssey Jones, he had a whole domestic dispute fabricated against him, and we still haven't seen the man since. So sometimes money is all that matters, but at the same time, they're not going to have something that's going to mess up their bottom line. And they kept Brock Lesnar off T for those 2 years because it wasn't looking good. His name got dropped in it initially, and they wanted to wait till everything blows over to see what they're going to do with him and if anything comes up. Because like I said, if he was in those documents, Brock would we would never seen Brock Lesnar getting after that match for Cody. So, like Paul Heyman said, he's here. Get over it. As of right now, he's innocent to proven guilty. Move the fuck on. Mo, anything else you want to add to the whole Brock?
I mean, he still got it.
That's true.
He still has it. That F5 was pretty devastating.
At 48 years old. This man. He's 7 years older than me and John.
Insane.
It's that Canadian water. I'm telling you, forever young.
Whoop. What?
I don't get this cancel culture nowadays. What about Cardi B pass? Yet she was the host of SummerSlam. People need to keep that. Exactly. But who's gonna come out to Cardi B, right? No, they love Cardi. Everybody twerks to Cardi. But let a big 6-foot white guy from Canada get caught up in some stuff, or allegedly get caught up in some stuff, and he's labeled a sexual predator. But it is what it is. It's all
in
good.
Canada.
I mean, he's not even Canadian, but
No,
so
he's not,
technically,
but he may as well be though. He's been hiding in Saskatchewan.
I hear you, Lena.
Oh, Lena, listen. Hey, if you ever need a water boy, hey.
I'll carry your bags at your next book signing. If you ever bring a book signing to LA, just know I'll be there front and center for you, Arthur.
Hey, yo, we'll be front and center for her. That is
Yo, relax.
crazy.
Hey, John, pause.
Woo!
Okay, so we on tonight. Okay.
All right, Sir Watson is, yeah.
Well, I got
But
when you say that, I got an LA Knight shirt.
But let's get into the news, rumors, injuries update here. The Natural, Dustin Rose, former TNT champion,
This stinks.
took to Twitter to announce a devastating thing. He was saying that both his knees are basically shot, and he's going to need knee replacement on both of his knees, which will obviously take him out for a very, very long time. But for some reason, this man still says this is not the end. This is not his retirement, that he will be back. My question is, should he be back? Because he's going to have knee replacement surgery on both his knees. Mo, your thoughts on Dusty Rose, man?
If he's coming back as Goldust one last time, sure. I'd like to see some shattered dreams, but I feel like he should just hang it up. You got no knees left? Man, is it worth it?
Hey, yo. You do so. He said, as long as he got some ammunition in his cannon, he said he's fine.
Oh, I guess fire in the hole then.
Oh, that's funny.
Sick freak.
Oh, that's funny.
Bien, pendejo.
Them Booker T Goldust bitch, boy.
That's funny. But yeah, so John, what are your thoughts on the Natural, man? I mean, that's a pretty that's a scary situation. It's very sad that maybe that's why he lost his TNT championship.
Dude, I literally watched this match today. I was watching literally before the show. That was like some crazy stuff with him and Kyle Fletcher. I swear, I think he put some thumbtacks between his crotch. But I saw
it's AEW. It's AEW. I'm pretty sure they did.
But I seen the spot where I think where Dustin hurt his knee, and it was early in the match. So the referee was telling him, "Is your knee good?" He's like, "But he soldiered through the match." But yeah, he's probably been dealing with these knee issues probably for God knows how long, and just now it's the time where he just got to get. He probably was able to manage one and get one replaced, but now he has to get both of them replaced because he's getting up there in age. He's got in his mid to late 50s now.
Man, it's almost 60.
Almost 60, yeah. He's got to be up there because I think he's 20. He's pretty much 20 years older than Cody.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because Cody's in his 30s. But that's it sucks to hear that he's gone down with an injury, and 2 surgeries on his knees. That's he's gonna be out for a while. We're not gonna see him till next year. I gotta believe
probably a whole year if you had to guess. If it's both, it was double knee surgery. Unless he having to search both of them done at the same time.
But Perez out to the road, Mr. Rose. Hopefully, he has a safe recovery, and wish him all the best. While we on AEW topic, this man has been making the news as of late, and that is one Montel Vontavious Porter.
Oh God.
MVP. Apparently, him and the Hurt Syndicate are going to business for themselves because, like they all say, I guess the grass wasn't green on the other side because you pretty much accused Triple H of basically racism, but yet you go there. He's gone to AEW and basically is being a problem in the locker room because he wants the Hurt business. He's dictating when the Hurt business should lose, who they're going to lose to. They don't want them losing to anybody. They want to hold on to the championships. They want Bobby Lashley to win the World Heavyweight Championship. And his quote was, he was like, let's just say this. Bobby Lashley is a former world champion. And after we came here, Bobby was reduced to a tag team guy. Bobby is literally one bankable guy in AEW. I have my opinions. And at some point on my podcast, I'll talk about it. So he thought he was going to ditch WWE, go to AEW, and thought that he was going to run the coop over there, be booked as a big star. Mo, John, what former WWE guy went there and got booked as the main attraction talent?
I mean, they were a world champion, right?
Or booked as the top guy in AEW.
I mean, the closest were
outside of John Moxley,
outside of Moxley and Cody. Nobody.
And even Cody didn't really put himself over.
And Cody didn't get in the main event picture. He was a TNT champion.
Yeah,
I mean, they pushed CM Punk when he got there, but
yeah,
he didn't win the title right off the bat.
No, he didn't. So, what makes MVP think that things are going to be different when you bring in the Hurt business basically to AEW?
They thought
you got MJF, you got Hangman, you got Mox, who was there from the beginning. You got Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, all these other guys that they have yet to put over, and yeah, you thought you was going to walk up in there and be the main attraction?
Yeah, they got Swerve over there too.
They hurt people. Because they hurt people.
And it's like, sir, you thought you was going to get some better reparation somewhere else, and yet you're getting worse treatment than where you was in WWE.
You might as well go back to – they might as well should just went back to TNA. They would have had a better – they definitely would have been used better.
Yeah.
I'd be subjected to just being a tag team champion. I'm sorry.
I mean – what do you think was going to happen?
I agree.
And
then hearing the stuff that, they want to control who they lose to. They didn't want to lose to FTR. They didn't want to lose to this team. They didn't want to lose to Speed Jet and all this crap.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, P.
P knows better. He should know better. And now he's being a thorn in AEW's backside. So that's going to be disaster because at the end of the day, Tony Khan – what Tony Khan says, it's going to go. So the last thing you want to do is be on the bad side of little Vince, a.k.a. Tony Khan, because you'll find yourself in catering longer than when you was in WWE. And WWE, you was being featured. You didn't like how y'all was being featured, but Bobby Lashley was being featured. You go over there, he's a tag team guy. Oh, well. However long you signed that contract, you made your bed, so now you got to lie in it. More injury news. Austin Theory has been pulled from the active roster in WWE. People were speculating that he got released, but actually he's got moved to the injury reserve. So just like any other sports, when your player is hurt, you get taken off the active roster, internal active roster, and get put on a list. So right now he is battling a legit injury. So he's not going to be back for a while. So hopefully when that time comes, him and Waller will finish what they started. Because I think that's why Waller's been hanging around with Mina Vanilli, a.k.a. The New Day, because He's just buying time until Theory gets back.
The wrestler formerly known as Kofi Kingston.
Hey, isn't he
I
supposed to be Jamaican?
Where's that happened to his accent?
Yeah.
Nope, he's actually African. So imagine that. He's an African from Boston.
Speaking of Theory, before you move on, do you think, like, he is legit injured? Do you think though they won't even bother with that Waller and Theory matchup and maybe have him go on a different path, like maybe be the fourth member of Seth's team when he's ready?
Well, he was part of the original. He's a Seth disciple. But Wade Waller has been killing him on social media. You got to pay it off. I'm say he's A-Town down. He was an idiot. I've had more fun. I carried you to a match at WrestleMania. You still living off the fact that you beat John Cena at WrestleMania 39. They got to pay it off. But him with the vision, I can see it because he was a disciple of Seth Rollins in the first run.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, to piggyback on that, yeah, I think they do gotta pay this off. Because I thought also too they was just gonna blow this over, but I didn't know his injury was that severe. So that the fact that he got removed, so now that he got removed, he has to come back. Because if you follow him on Instagram, he does those inspirational posts like almost every day, and it's like he has to come back as a hot baby face, and that's gonna be another baby face in the mid card that they can slowly build behind and book him up to the top eventually. So I can see him having a run with the Intercontinental Championship since he's done a good job with the United States title. So ain't no telling with Theory. So hopefully it works out for him because I'm praying for him. He's definitely should get a push. He's another one that deserves a big push. But last news, well, one of the last two news that basically broke the internet this morning and also put a lot of people into a frenzy, rightfully so, because there's pockets involved, there's cash involved, and that is WWE and ESPN are now a thing. ESPN will start in 2026. We'll be streaming all WWE major PLEs. That's a big deal, and it sent people, what next? Do I get rid of my Peacock? What happens with Netflix? So as ESPN stated, WrestleMania we will be a part of ESPN's new direct-to-consumer streaming service starting in 2026, thanks to an agreement between World Wrestling Entertainment and ESPN. The deal was announced Wednesday, includes a two-night events such as WrestleMania and SummerSlam, plus other premium live events including the Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, and Money in the Bank as well. So people are wondering, how are we going to pay this? Because the prices was not to yesterday's price, and pretty much the monthly subscription for this direct-to-consumer plan is, $29.99, which is a monthly subscription, basically $30, or $300 for an annual subscription. So people are like, already was like, hell to the no, this ain't happening. I'm not doing this. So WWE, ESPN, they also put out a statement regarding this. Let me get that banner out the way so we can see all of it. Basically, all major PLEs on the active main roster will be on ESPN in early 2026 with no extra cost for PLEs to monthly fees. New app service has a $30 monthly price point, which also is includes other ESPN services. If you have ESPN on cable TV subscribers such as YouTube TV or any other subscription that includes ESPN, this is going to be free. You got to worry about paying for it. And however, it doesn't include the WWE library, the archive, which I'm assuming will still be on Peacock. and the post shows and pre shows would now be aired on ESPN, as basically they do with their UFC fights and all that other stuff. So hopefully that has a peace of mind for everyone that you may or may not have to spend an extra $30 a month, because if you already have ESPN Plus or ESPN app, you're good. If you already have YouTube TV, Direct TV, Time Warner, or Spectrum that has the ESPN, part of your service, you're good. So Mo, your thoughts on this whole thing? Because this pretty much is basically turned into a monopoly, and the mouse is running football. They got basketball, baseball's played on there, and now they took WWE. Your thoughts on Mickey getting that paper?
He can kiss the fattest part of my ass right now. It's unfair. Yeah, I don't need to spend another $30 on a subscription. Netflix plays the PLEs right now. I hope, is that going to affect them next year?
Internationals, everything. It's only in the U.S. domestic.
Yeah, the U.S. is the ones that have to cough up the money. So Canada, you guys are cool because you got Netflix, so you can get all the PLEs.
Yep.
So basically, you guys are just watching us, scramble and light the roof on fire with these complaints. Now, these are one of the complaints that are rightfully so, because we can't tell people we can't count their pockets and say, oh, you can afford this or you can afford that. We don't know everyone's situation, because not everybody has Netflix, believe it or not. Not everybody has Peacock, believe it or not. So an extra $30, I was like, as a content creator, I would have had no choice but to pay anyway, because how else are we gonna be the best show on the West Coast without that? But I have YouTube TV, and I'm already paying a grip for the NFL Sunday ticket. So the fact that that's gonna be free, I'm happy about it. But yeah, John, your thoughts on the monopoly of the mouse and Disney?
We talked about it last night on Sports for You when the news broke about them buying NFL Network. Now with this news, I woke up this morning and this happens. It's like, man, they said they already got NBA. They already had Monday Night Football. They had MLB. They're still figuring out what they're gonna do with Sunday Night Baseball. They got the NHL. They got MLS. So they got all these different. They now holding a monopoly on sports and entertainment.
Is this a bad move or a good move? Personally,
it depends how you look at it. It's a good move
because for them.
It's a good move for ESPN and WWE, because obviously they're getting probably 3 times as more than they was getting for Peacock. The bad move is, because I've talked to some people, not everyone watches ESPN like that. So
yep.
That's where you wonder, okay, was this thought through carefully? But I trust Nick Khan is making these. I trust Nick Khan, Mark Shapiro. They're making these deals. This is up their alley, and I believe. And I know a lot of people saying they're trying to make WWE out to be the UFC. There's no way There's no way they can do that. They don't want to do that. This is an entertainment product. UFC's fight game. So we cannot even make that. I don't even make that assertion. But we'll see, and obviously we'll know more about this near the end of the year once we get closer to January when it's Rumble season, and obviously Raw is going to. We get close to the final year of Netflix, final month of Netflix in December. We'll see where this goes, but otherwise, Peacock. We'll see where this goes, but let's just wait and see how things play out. It's going to how it play out. It's a 5-year deal. So if it don't work out, and now in no way, people saying, "Oh, we didn't appreciate the WWE Network." No, I don't want to hear that crap. Y'all complain about the WWE Network. Y'all complain about Peacock. You complain about Netflix, because rightfully so, Netflix. Y'all gotta get rid of them ads. That makes no dang sense. But
thank you.
That makes no damn sense. If people are paying for ad-free television, you should not be subjected to ads. That's common sense.
I mean, we do appreciate the ads because now we have commercials over here on our side, but not everyone can. Not everybody does commercials,
I
so
agree.
it's like, how we gonna
Internationally,
have ads?
like where Mo's at internationally in Canada,
Ain't no commercials.
they're doing in ring, they're doing in studio segment, arena segments.
Yeah,
So we should be able to see some of that fine content too over here in the great US of A. But let's just wait and see where this goes and see how it plays out. But I think it's gonna be cool. And look, we gotta do what we gotta do as far as sports view wrestling because we got some big plans for the next year as far as with watch parties. Not you know what I'm saying?
yeah, and I mean, a lot of people are threatening to change their VPNs to really use their Netflix accounts. And I was just about to do that myself. So I mean, I was gonna do that, but now that it's free for me, I don't really have to worry about it anymore. But I still want to kind of do it because I want to watch SmackDown on Netflix. Like
Right.
I want to watch it on USA. I want to watch it on Netflix at 5 o'clock anywhere in the world that I want to watch it.
Finally get that SmackDown watch along.
Yeah. Well, maybe because my Fridays are not
Right.
always.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And you got sports for you, so you can't do it either.
Pretty much, but it was feasible.
So, yeah, I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna get home in time to do a SmackDown watch along, unless I have a different job and I'm off before 5. Then that's totally different. But another piece of news from WWE, TKO did also announce that they are planning to do more 2-night paper PLEs. Survivor Series is on the plan for next year. I don't know where Survivor Series is going to be, but it's planned to be a 2-night event. And I can't think of a better place to start this 2-night Survivor Series event than good old West Coast of California love in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of a better place to do it because we have options of doing this. It could be at Baby Rose Pizza. Hell, we can actually go to the Royal Rumble itself because that's on the bucket list as well to see a Royal Rumble. I mean, shout out to the Hummer Roses, our good friends. They was able to see the Royal Rumble this year in Indianapolis, and I was jealous. But if it's within striking range, we are loading up the truck and we're heading out to wherever it's going to be. Hopefully it's in LA. And then in 2027, the Royal Rumble is set to have a 2-night event, which obviously means, Saturday is probably going to be the women, Sunday's the men. So if they're going to do that, hopefully they're using enough stars
Right.
to have these storylines for these matches on these cards. So you can have an all-woman PLE, Royal Rumble PLE on Saturday, have so many feuds, have that, and then obviously the males on the other side. And also rumored that Money in the Bank is rumored to also be in consideration of having a 2-night event, which I'm personally against that one because I think that one should be a 1-night thing. But again, more stories, better booking, I can see it happening. So, Mo, your thoughts on WWE basically adding more 2-night PLEs? You think it should stay with SummerSlam and WrestleMania, or are you cool with them adding more?
I'm with it. You're right. You guys are right. California does know how to party, so it's a great way to start over there. Except for Skid Row, like nothing over there. But no, it's great because now people make this. They make it an event. They make it like a weekend trip where you can go to the pre-shows and the after parties. It's that hyped. It's that big now. So yeah, it's great. More money for them, more content, more wrestling. How could you go wrong? It's perfect. Should have done it sooner.
John?
I'm cool with it. Like I said, no, it don't have to be every PLE, but just the marquee ones. If you're gonna do 2 nights for the Royal Rumble, like I said, the women get one night, the men get one night. Um, I don't think
Fine.
you need a, I don't think you need a 2 night elimination chamber. I
No,
don't think you need a 2 night Money in the Bank.
Mm-mm.
But if you're gonna do Royal Rumble, Mania, Survivor Series, SummerSlam, the OG 4, keep it like that because those are priceless. But we don't need a 2 night backlash. We don't need a 2 night
like King of the
Money in
Ring,
the
you
Bank.
don't
We don't
need.
need a 2 night
Yeah.
champions. We just keep it scarce because you don't want to water down your product. But let's see where this goes. And obviously, Royal Rumble next year is supposed to be in Saudi, and then there's rumors about could WrestleMania be heading there. We've been hearing about WrestleMania possibly heading there. Could they be heading there in 2027?
It's a high possibility. I saw the potential logo for WrestleMania. It had like the Saudi swords and all this stuff crossed, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty much a foregone conclusion that it's definitely gonna be in 2027. So, but I personally I didn't really want to add another one, but SummerSlam I'm like okay, WrestleMania in the summer. But now they want to add more. I'm like it has to with the right booking. I'm cool because I don't want to have these 2 night pay per views and one night's ass or the entire weekend is ass. So if you're gonna use the talent, if you're gonna use this women's division, because that's the only reason I can see it being 2 nights. If you're gonna start showcasing more women in these PLEs, if not, then what's the point of having a 2 night PLE? So you can do all that on one night. But it is what it is. And before we move on, we did forget to mention the Women's World Championship match. My bad to everyone. And that was Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Naomi. Shout out to Naomi's pops for coming out with the guitar and people was playing Naomi out. That was a good, you know, father daughter moment. I know John can appreciate that being a father to young Sophie.
Uh-huh.
Um, that's
Great girl.
always that's always a feel good story there. Even though she's a heel, she enjoyed that moment. Too bad he got fired though. But anyway,
Can't take pictures with the
uh,
opposite.
can't yeah, you're right. You can't take photos with the ops. But that match obviously cooked. It always does. But Naomi still came out on top, and Rhea Ripley
Yeah, she did.
still can't beat Io Sky.
Nope.
Um, Mo, your thoughts on that triple threat match?
Sounds like a her problem. No. It was a great match. That was a touching moment too, like you alluded to with Naomi and her dad. That was really touching. Match was great. You have three fierce competitors putting it all on the line. Great matchup. I'm glad Naomi kept it because I love her as a heel. She's running well with the title, and I hope she has it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried about Rhea. I think they might need to do something with her character. I feel like she's stuck in limbo right now. Like I know there's a hurdle, and she's gonna obviously overcome the hurdle, but we've seen this song and dance again. Like I actually hope she goes heel as well. I know they can't have too many heels because there are not enough baby faces out there, but I don't know. I like her way better as a heel, and I feel
Mm-hmm.
like this it's not doing much for me right now.
Yeah, she definitely needs a character change. And as despite what one person may believe, Rhea Ripley is not a heel right now. But she does need to be a full fledged heel because she's that tweener right now, but she's definitely not a heel. And again, she still has herself in the title picture because she told EO that hopefully she beats Naomi next week on Monday Night Raw for the Women's World Championship so she can beat her. But at this point, it's not even about the World Championship. I think it's now is it's starting to seek in that I cannot beat this woman for shit. She's been in like 2 triple threat matches. She's had battles with her over the years, including NXT, and has never ever beaten this woman. And I mean, she needs to fully go back to the dark side and finally destroy EO, because if she don't destroy EO, I have a feeling the Kabuki Warriors, because they seemed a little jealous that EO's been hanging around Rhea a little bit too much. So it's something to, look into. Um Now we're gonna get into, oh, and shout out to, this is the only time I'm gonna say this, but shout out to Becky Lynch.
Right. Jesus
Uh
Christ.
because
Talking
we all
about,
knew it was coming. The
talking
moment
about
Nikki
her.
the moment Nikki Bella opened her mouth about anything, I knew that shit was coming. I'm like, I was on Tribal Wars. I'm like, Nikki, don't do it. Don't do it. She started talking about Becky Lynch in the movies, and Becky Lynch was like, oh, yeah, that movie. You was in it too, but your scene got cut, which it did, which was hilarious. Then she started talking about her husband. I'm like, now, why would you? I was like, Nicole, why would you go after someone's husband knowing you just got rid of one? And she burned her and said, don't talk about my husband, because we know the most dominant couple in WWE, just like you. And oh yeah, never mind, you can't see him anyway. I was like,
She cooked her.
she
Hot
should have.
grits. That was hot grits, man.
And I'm not the biggest Becky fan. I think her promos bore me, but that one, I mean, that's keep it a buck. When it comes to John Cena and Nikki Bella, it's an easy joke to go to.
Mm-hmm.
It's an easy one-liner to go to. I mean, both of these people have since been married to different people, so it's like that joke keeps coming, but yet it keeps getting funnier. So I'm glad that they didn't go too far off script and bring up her actual previous marriage, because that definitely would have raised some eyebrows.
Ooh, boy.
But the fact that that Cena joke is still funny, I can't help it. I laughed, and now we're gonna get Becky Lynch and obviously Nikki Bella for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. I'm assuming it's gonna be in Paris. Um, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna feel some type of way a little bit if Nikki Bella winds up winning that championship, but I'm gonna feel some type of way in a hilarious way, because I already know what I'm gonna do if Nikki wins, and that person is been put on notice. If
Mm-hmm.
Nikki Bella wins the Intercontinental Championship, I'm gonna be on your ass.
You might as well just get some earmuffs because she ain't gonna hear. She ain't gonna hear the end of it.
People say Nikki Bella's still in the coffin. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Joe got ethered.
She definitely got ethered. But I swear, I'm gonna die laughing. I'm gonna make memes on top of memes on top of memes if this woman. And the funny part is, John, we're gonna be live covering Clash in Paris.
Oh boy, that's gonna be funny.
So I just gotta make sure all the weapons are put away before I start making fun of her. But anyway, but I know I am gonna see you crash it out in person, and that's gonna be fun. The whole family's gonna see, and I'm gonna have that on video. But yeah, she might be the one to beat Becky, which I guess. Um, like no, no, that's fine. Let's test that softball theory. Let's see if you still got it. But Mo, your thoughts on this whole Nikki Bella Becky Lynch thing? Do you see Nikki Bella winning the Women's Intercontinental Championship?
No. This is just a mini feud, to give Nikki Bella her 5 minutes of fame, or 15 minutes of fame, and it's basically they don't have anything for Becky Lynch right now. So that's what it is. And unfortunately, Nikki got cooked. And
She did. Nasty. She has Bailey. We don't need Becky and Bailey again. I mean, I do not want to see Lyra nor Becky. I mean, Nara nor Bailey around Becky. Bailey's going to go down a different path at this point. So there's no need for her to go after Becky because they're not going to have heel versus heel. So this one's going to crash out eventually. I can't wait to see what BBL Pam has to say. Ronda did it first. Only door you ever knocked down was. Oh, I mean, yeah, that was funny, but fuck Ronda.
I second that.
But yeah, so this is gonna be good. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Stephanie, Vakur, and Naomi. That's gonna be good. Stephanie's not winning, and I'm okay with that.
I am too.
She's not winning. Naomi's going to have a longer reign than what she has right now. And unfortunately, Stephanie's going to show that she's here. She's ready for the main title scene, but she's not beating Naomi. If she does, I'll be the happiest man alive. But I'm going to keep it 100. It ain't happening.
I agree.
Now, the ending of Monday Night Raw.
Oh, boy.
We had one LA Knight. Yeah. And Seth Rollins in the world title match. And lo and behold, Mo, Mr. Pepsi Phil himself came out and basically cost LA Knight the championship by going after Seth Rollins. And we thought it was going to end there because, LA Knight got his ass kicked by the whole Ruthless Records, as Nessa so eloquently calls them. And we thought that was it. But then the OTC shows up. And we was like, oh, business just picked up. He got destroyed by Ruthless Records, and not only did he get destroyed, this man got jacked again.
Braun's starting quite a collection there.
He stole his shoes last week. Now he's still the ones, the same pair of ones that Vanessa owns in her closet.
And let me say this. I saw one of my man, the cast from obviously The Ringer, and of course, who's the architect of Wale Mania and Summer Bash, said that, man, he was like, man, they looking at the shoes that Bronson was taking, and Bronson quote tweeted was like, it's not about the shoes, it's about the principle.
Yeah, it's about principle. You come at us, you gonna pay. Basically, it's like you come on someone's block, starting some mess, you gonna lose the battle, and you're gonna have your wallet taken, your chain snatched, your shoes snatched, and thrown on top of the light pole.
Imani, I love you. I saw what you said earlier, Humber Roses. Bronson Reed ain't about Bronson Reed being broke. He jacked the dude. He jacked the dude while he was wearing some bread fours. As the resident sneakerhead of the show, Bronson Reed is that dude when it comes to sneakers. Trust and believe. Yeah. He's not hurting for money, and he damn sure ain't hurting for sneakers.
No, and I got some breads myself, so yeah.
He ain't hurting. He just is in the trophy case.
Someone brought up a photos of Roman Reigns in his good shoes when he's not going after anyone, and then Roman Reigns in those shoes that got stolen. It's almost like, oh, you can take these shoes. I don't care about these, but don't touch my Jubilees. Don't touch none of those. Don't touch my Ferraris. Don't touch none of them. You can have the ones. You can have the other ones. I don't care. But it's like, dog, you got stolen on twice, man. Walking in socks, and he basically I don't know if John, if you saw the video footage after Raw went off.
I sure did.
Looking at his socks, and he's like, shit.
I sure did. I saw all of it.
These dudes got me again.
Sure did.
So Roman, sir, please be better. Do better. I don't know what kind of character change you're coming with, but again, where was Jay? I mean,
hanging out with Method Man.
I guess so, because
he was eating.
He was.
They was doing the remake of How High.
Nah, I'm not even going to touch that. But yeah, I mean, Roman, sir, you losing credibility here. This is the second time that this man stole on your shoes. Now, whoop his ass when you get back. Take his chain. Take something from him, cause y'all can receipt for them shoes, bro. Um, Reed would get what is it? Go back. Go back.
Reed,
As Reed
Reed,
will get his you steal from the chief, you paying blood. That is true.
mm-hmm.
Exactly. Because the bloodline, the ATD and all the bloodline representatives and supporters, they was out in full force when them shoes got stolen. And we was dying laughing on Monday. Shout out to everyone that was there on Monday, including JoJo. Um,
Yes.
but yeah. But now we're gonna go to what we like to do on this show, and that is our closing arguments, closing segments as we are. We're gonna start off with one. Mo, you haven't seen this, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna appreciate it because you've seen photos like this before. Um, we no longer do the call out names. So what we do is we see something that makes no sense that we want to call them out and ask them. Is this what we're doing? Like, is this what we're doing in the world of professional wrestling? This is stuff you come up with. So John, you got anyone you want to ask if what we doing here?
To the IWC, this whole Jay got buried, um, um, this whole Jay got buried crap. She didn't get buried. She took an L. It was her first championship match. What are we talking about? She got buried. She is gonna have plenty more championship matches in the future. Just because she won Queen of the Ring was not mean she was entitled to be a world champ. We It wasn't like last year with Gunther and Nia Jax where we just knew the time was now. This year with Cody and her, there was no, to me, it could have went 50-50. It was 50-50. It was no lock. We knew last year those were locks. This year it wasn't. And now she just gets back in the lab, keep polishing up them skills, and get ready because your time is coming.
Yeah, yeah. Mo, you got anyone you want to call out and ask us what we're doing?
Yeah, let's go to AEW and let's talk about the Don Callis family. What are we doing with that junk? It's every week there's some new member or someone I've never seen. Don Callis gets way more TV time than he should. He's not Bobby the Brain Heenan. It's actually a slap in the face. I find him annoying. I find that little mark on his head annoying. It's like, get out the way. Yeah, there are some talent in this group, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a waste. It's a waste of half. It doesn't need to have like 10 people strong. Couple members here and there. Cool. I'm cool with it, but I think it's a joke, and I think they need to like break up the band, so to speak.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's typical AEW booking. They got all these people. Like, it's like a revolving door of stables of people that come in, they're gone. They come in, they're gone. And it's annoying. I like. I mean, you got Roppongi Vice in there, and then you got Okada. But then there's Okada. I thought Okada was with the Elite, and then somehow he's linked up with Don Callis for some reason, which I don't understand. Then you got Takeshita. It's like they got all these people bundled up. It's like WCW all over again. And it's. I'm with you. They need to. I mean, people, all these AEW fans is like, oh, this is the best company, but it's like
It's a joke.
stories don't make sense. Like, you got people bunched up together. I mean, it's one thing in WWE, you just put random tag teams together, but it's another when you have all these groups that literally do nothing. Like the Death Riders, they haven't really done anything in a while.
No, that story should have ended once Hangman beat Moxley. That should have ended. The whole point, it should have ended.
Agreed.
Like, Moxley could stand on his own. He doesn't need sheep to follow him.
I agree. Him and Marina are good enough on their own. Have her as a little female.
Yeah, exactly.
She grew on me. Marina Shafir grew on me. I'm proud of that lady.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely grew on me. I don't have anyone to call out because I basically addressed that with the whole Brock Lesnar situation. So now we're just gonna go into my favorite subject, my favorite segment, and that is when we give flowers to people who do something good or have a nice gesture in an IWC or in the world of wrestling or what have you. So we have what we call the acknowledgement. Mo, I'm actually gonna start with you. Do you have anyone, any group, people, or anything you want to give an acknowledgement to outside of the Blue Jays?
Oh man, he stole my thunder there. It was like we finally got something to cheer about over here, sports wise.
Go ahead, go
The
ahead.
dog days of summer here. Can only eat so
Yeah,
much
man.
maple. Come on, man. Let me have this one.
Y'all
Yeah,
on fire right now. Take it easy when y'all play us this weekend, but man, y'all on
It's gonna
fire
be,
right now.
yeah,
It's gonna be a hot one. It's
it
gonna be a hot
is
one down here
definitely.
in the ravine.
No, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see what we're made of against the champs.
Yeah,
Definitely, it's a big
can't wait.
test.
Can't wait to see y'all, man. Obviously, Vladdy Jr., man. So love that. Still, I love me some Vladdy Jr., man.
hey yo,
He's finally getting.
Y'all got Shane Bieber. So y'all end up getting Bieber at the Shane Bieber at the trade deadline.
Yeah,
I
we
know
got
we
the
tried to get
beef.
Stephen Kwan, but I think the Guardians was asking price was too high.
We don't need Quan though. We like Varshow's actually playing well. He just came back. We have a plethora of the young guys in the outfield. Um, from I can't remember his name. It starts with an L, but he just got hurt. Young guy, he's been good. Like Barshow, like I said, Springer's coming back. We're fine, man. I think we'll be okay.
all right, John, you got any acknowledgments?
Yeah, I want to acknowledge Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton. Let me acknowledge Tiffany Stratton first. First, she recently appeared on Logan Paul's on Impulsive, and she addressed obviously what we all now seen, the infamous scene on Unreal, where she did get kind of disciplined for going off script with the whole Charlotte Flair situation. And they apologized, and clearly we all know they hugged it out after their match at WrestleMania. I acknowledge her for knowing you made a mistake. You didn't just you still felt like you was rightful, but you was like, okay, I'm gonna be a professional. I'm live and learn. And Charlotte Flair put her over in the process. My acknowledgement for Charlotte Flair is this: for just everything she's been through, from the knee injury to winning the Royal Rumble, and finally showing that sign of vulnerability that she should have been showing a long damn time ago. Finally, at that point in her career where she can finally say, you know what, I could do what I want to do and don't worry about what people think. Because we all know if you listen to her, watch her biographies or just her history, she's always had these insecurities mentally, physically, about herself, her appearance, and everything. Being Ric Flair's daughter, and but seeing her finally be who she truly is, and that's Ashley Elizabeth Flair, but in the moniker of Charlotte Flair, feels good, and I'm happy for her. And let's just keep this ball rolling, see what happens with her and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree.
Do you think that tag team is going to last?
I'll give it a few months. Give it the Survivor Series probably,
mm,
or if in between Crown Jewel and Survivor Series. I think that's will be the end. And by the way, we got some breaking news. 2/4 of the Tribal War Zone are
that's not breaking news. They always have the hot takes after dark. That
no,
ain't
but
breaking news.
that ain't breaking news at the show. But the fact that 2/4 are on my screen right now. Our girls JoJo, of course, who co-hosts Hot Take After Dark with our boy Phil from the Shy. But now
Nah,
the special counsel that made a cameo on screen.
that's not breaking news though.
She's never made this her debut on the show. She's always been ether in the comment section.
Eh.
You know, but yeah, I acknowledge you, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss. Thank you for bringing that out of her as well.
All right. Well, yeah, because she was actually the admin and dished us, but it's okay.
Yeah, right. You
We
already
got
know,
some,
right?
we got something for that ass. But anyway, my acknowledgement is once again Jelly Roll
Yeah.
because he told Triple H himself that he wanted to lose at SummerSlam. He didn't want to be the one to take the victory over any of the talent, so he wanted to be the one to lose. So I like that. I appreciate that because he's looking out for the business. He's not saying that I want to get over. I want to be the guy to win. Let me win. He did his job and he was okay losing. So um, shout out to Jalen.
Self
Another one,
awareness.
yeah, self awareness and looking out for the business and caring for the business. So that's always very 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 much appreciative. So good old Jalen. But yeah, that's pretty much it for us. Mo, any last comments? Tell the world where they can find you because I know you got a podcast on your own that's up and running. Let the people know.
Okay, just like the other half of the Mega Powers, I am out here tonight. But thank you guys so much for having me on. This is one of the best podcasts out there going. It is too sweet, just like the NWO. I always enjoy being on here as a guest or as a fan in the comment section. We go wild on Fridays sometimes, just maybe a little too wild.
Don't worry, we're gonna go wild this Friday because 2 days is going crazy. Oh boy.
Oh, that means Mo gonna be. Oh shit!
Friday, 2 days is on.
I ain't mad about it. But yeah, you can. I do have a podcast. I have a football podcast coming out soon. Show us your TDs. Starting the regular season. I got my fantasy league going back up. Same name. Show us your TDs. You can find me on IG at Blackzilla27, and you can find me on X at Drama25_25.
All right. I mean, you heard him. You heard the man. Show him TDs. Yep. But yeah, that's always good stuff. I mean,
And the tight ends.
Hey, yo, okay. Shout out to the Boondocks. Hey, right JT out there, like, hey, yo, what?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, nah, I'm good. But yeah, we're gonna get up out of here, man. Shout out to obviously the Maple Leaf Muscle himself, King Maple Mo, for pulling up.
CTC.
Appreciate you for pulling up the Canadian Tribal Chief. As you heard it first, we christened the new Tribal Chief of Canada, and he's well deserved because he is the man up north. So we will catch y'all on Monday. With the entire crew of Acknowledged Dynasty. They will be live with us on Monday for the Monday Night Raw Tribal Warzone.
Freebird rule.
It's going to be active because when they hit the Freebird rule, it's on and popping. So as John said, stay tuned. Come check the guys out on Friday for the continuation of the NFL two-a-days leading up to the regular season. And pending, I will be on Best in the World podcast with my guy Dale and Bishop Jeremy tomorrow. So we're going to get up out of here as first I said. Y'all enjoy the rest of your week. Happy Wednesday. It's Thirsty Thursday tomorrow, a.k.a. Thick Latina Thursdays. If you know, you know.
Thursday, too.
Thick and juicy.
We'll see y'all.